Hello, hello, good day, good morning, good evening. This is the voice of Kanakure. And in today's class on mastering crypto, we're looking at crypto economics or token economics. This is an aspect of cryptocurrency that is very, very important for anyone looking to become an investor in cryptocurrency. First of all, to invest properly, you need to understand a bit of economics, uh, the forces of demand and supply. Uh, yeah, the forces of demand and supply, basically, that's what economics is. So in the traditional investment world, we're looking at the stock market, for instance, for the asset of a share, for the price of a share or a stock to go up, there has to be demand. And for there to be demand, there has to be some underlying factors that are pushing this demand. So in cryptocurrency, looking at that aspect is what is referred to as crypto economics. Now, crypto economics comes from two words, cryptography and economics. Now, crypto economics is a formal discipline that studies protocols that govern the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services in a decentralized digital economy. And when you say a decentralized digital economy, we're looking about the crypto space. Almost all the, I said almost because not all the projects in cryptocurrency has these features. You know, like we said yesterday, there are private blockchains, there are public blockchains, so some of the public blockchains, even though they are blockchains, they are not decentralized. So their own crypto economics will be slightly different. But if you understand the background of crypto economics, then you can adapt it to anything you're looking at, based on your background knowledge. So crypto economics is a practical science that focus on the design and characterization of these protocols. And we're talking about protocols, we're talking about networks like Bitcoin is a protocol, it's a network. A protocol is a line of code that is designed to do a particular thing in a particular way. And once that design has happened, you cannot stop that protocol from working. You can only try and improve it or upgrade it, but you can't stop it. Now, let's start with Bitcoin crypto economics, for example. Now, this is the crypto economics of Bitcoin contained in these 4 steps. Sorry, 5 steps. You said the first one is, okay, the desired properties of Bitcoin. First, create a chain of immutable blocks, meaning this is what was written in the Bitcoin code, in the Bitcoin software. And Bitcoin today is only carrying out this thing that has been written in its code, which cannot be changed. And it says, create a chain of immutable blocks. From the video I sent on blockchain yesterday, this should be relatable. The video explained using pictures of how one block is of a mined transaction is added to another block, forming what you know as a blockchain. Now it's saying here that this chain of immutable block cannot is immutable and they are linked to the other. The next point is maintain a state in the blocks. The next one is maintain a clock, meaning there has to be a time for which each transaction should happen. And if the transactions are not happening within that time frame, then there should be a specific reason, why that is explainable why it's not happening. Then the next one is convergence. Blocks can only be added to the end of the chain, never changed or removed. The next one is validity. Only transactions that satisfy certain rule expressions should be included in the blockchain. That is transcription, transaction script, and valid sender and receiver amount. Now the clock must always be increasing. Data availability, anyone can download all the blockchain data. Transaction availability, transactions should close reliably and quickly. if reasonable fees are paid. Now, I'm going to send this video to you guys later that explain more about this crypto economics. So let me show you, let me share, take you to the website CoinMarketCap. Like I said, is a resource that you'll be using a lot in the course of your trading, or in the course of your of your journey into the blockchain world. So here we are. Okay, okay, let me share. You share. Okay, so we're here, and okay, let's go to the first page. Okay, when you come to cryptocurrency, sorry, coinmarketcap.com. Why is it still loading? When you come to coinmarketcap.com, you get to see all of this. Now, each of these coins have their own crypto economics, you know, how they are designed to function. And crypto economics, an aspect I didn't cover in that place, also talks about supply and demand. And now to look at the supply of each of these coins, you come here and you look at this place called Circulating Supply. Now, like we said in the first class, Bitcoin has a total supply of 21 million coins, meaning only 21 Bitcoins will ever be in existence. So far, 18.7 are already in circulation. And when you multiply this 18.7 and you multiply it by the current price of Bitcoin, this current price, you get the market capitalization of Bitcoin. Now, this in essence is the crypto economics of Bitcoin. And this is not all the crypto economics of, this is part of it. Circulating supply is part of it. Now, based on this total supply, when you click here, you see the total supply. Based on this total supply, you can now predict that if something will only has 21 million, and so far 18.7 million are already in existence. So it means that demand can only increase, and the awareness and information about this thing is steadily on the increase. So it means that as more and more information about this cryptocurrency spread, then demand will increase. And if demand increases and more people strive to get this limited supply of Bitcoin, then it will have an effect on the price. Like economics that a lot of people did in secondary school, you do something like demand and supply, where you have demand, I think where you have price. This is price. You have price here, then you have demand. Then you have another one where uh, you have price here, then you have supply. Now, as demand is increasing, so also is the price of this asset increasing. And the same thing here, when supply is increasing, okay, no, supply starts from here. When supply is increasing, the price keeps going down. You know, supply is increasing this way, then but the price keeps going down. So if you now bring supply and demand onto the same chart, you now have something like let's say demand, supply. You know, so one is going up, the other one is coming down. So this basic knowledge of crypto economics, if you now bring it into the this basic knowledge of economics, if you now bring it into the blockchain world, you can now see that certain coins, their price cannot really go up so much. Why? Because their supply is designed to be steadily increasing. And a good example is this. Ethereum, for example, does not have a fixed supply yet, meaning more and more Ethereum can be created based on certain parameters that the Ethereum network takes into cognizance. So if you look at Ethereum, it's almost infinite. As more and more need of Ethereum comes into play. Why? Because the way miners, people that mine Ethereum, are paid to keep mining and keeping the transactions on Ethereum network going is different from the way Bitcoin does its own. So for Ethereum, you pay them in fees. Fees is one. Then as more and more blocks are mined, more and more Ethereum coins are produced. And these Ethereum coins go to the miners. Now that's one. So based on this, it means that the supply of Ethereum is somehow elastic. It can be adjusted over time, but the supply of Bitcoin is fixed. So based on this, the way these both coins are going to grow in value will be slightly different from each other. But looking at it now, it will be difficult to tell exactly how that will happen. Another example is, let me scroll down. So anyone you see that here on this list that doesn't have, see this thing here, that doesn't have this bar, showing that it's getting food and doesn't have this icon like this one, it tells you that the supply of this thing is infinite. Another one is, okay, like now, Dogecoin, the supply is infinite, meaning more and more Dogecoin can be produced, as the Dogecoin network deems necessary. So this isn't really a good sign. Why? If it doesn't beat, in terms of inflation, it doesn't really design to give you the best fight against inflation. Unlike something like Binance Coin, where the number of Binance Coin that will ever be in existence is already known. Do you understand? So you can better time your investment judgment with Binance Coin. Why? Because you already know the fixed number. And in fact, for Binance Coin, they have a formula that enables them reduce the supply by doing what they call coin burn, burning more and more Binance Coin, reducing the supply. Like in the traditional stock market, what they call share buyback, whereby a company decides to buy its own shares back, meaning they reduce the number of their shares in circulation. So by the time they buy it back, it increases the value of the one in the hands of shareholders. Why? Because supply is reducing. It means demand will be high. And when demand is high, the prices will go up. So that's what happens to a coin like Binance Coin. Then for Ripple, for instance, you're going to have over 100 billion Ripple. So far, 46, less than half, has been produced. So it means that the price of this thing cannot really go so high, even though looking at it, you think it's just 67 cents, compared to something that is 293 cents. But these prices don't really mean much. What matters much is the market cap. Now, as more and more of these coins are being produced, it will have effect on the price. So the price of this cannot grow as fast compared to the price of these that almost all the coins that we produce have already been produced. Now, when you begin to look at that, then you are thinking in terms of crypto economics. Now, let me give you another example and another trick that some people use. Let me search for, okay, sometimes you hear about a coin, you want to know more about it. So when you come here, you just search for safe Let's search for a coin that was very popular before. They made a whole lot of noise about it. So search for safe moon. There's a time there's a whole lot of noise about safe moon. So click on it. So when you click on safe moon, it brings you to this side and gives you information about safe moon. Now, looking at total supply and circulating supply, where is it? Okay, it's down. So let's scroll down. So we can see here that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. So there's about 1 quadrillion total supply of this coin. 1 quadrillion. That's a whole lot of zeros, to get to a quadrillion. So, and the price, the unit price of Safe Moon, let's scroll up to look at the unit price. Okay, there's 1 quadrillion supply. The unit price is 0.00003481. So this is like, it's not even up to 1 penny. So many zeros. Now, like I said earlier, there are over 10,000 coins in the cryptocurrency market. And believe you me, almost 95 of them are either rubbish or scams. They're either rubbish or scams. So before you put in your hard-earned money, you must do a lot of research. Never be in a hurry to buy. Never be in a hurry to believe what these people say on their website. Why? To get your money, sometimes they need to give you hope that this coin you are buying can grow in the future. So these people, the trick they come up with is to create a coin that has a lot of zeros. This is even less than 1 penny or 1 cent. So they tell you that, oh, can you see this coin? It has a lot of zeros. So imagine when it will get to $1. So if you can just close high and buy 1 million of these coins, 1 million. If you can just close high and buy 1 million of these coins, if one of them gets to $1, then you have what? You have $1 million, right? But that's a lie, because this kind of coin, it can never get to 1 million. It can never get to $1, because to get to $1, it needs to do times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to do like times 10,000. Yes, it needs to go up by times 10,000. And that is a whole lot of going up to do. And if it gets to $1, I told you that the focus is on the market cap and not the price. So if this coin gets to, $1, it means that the market cap would be, currently the market cap is 1, 2, 3, 4. The market cap is $2 billion. So for this to get to $1, you need to multiply this current market cap by 10,000. So if you multiply 2 billion by 10,000, what does that give you? It gives you, this is 20 billion, 200 billion, 2 trillion, 20 trillion, 20 trillion, 2 quadrillion. Yeah, 2 quadrillion. So it means that it will be 2 quadrillion. And right now, the total amount of money in circulation in the whole world, in the whole world, if you add all the monies circulating in all the economies of the world, in US, Nigeria, everywhere, if you add it all together, it's not even up to 2 quadrillion. It's still in the trillions. It's still in the trillions. So that tells you that this expectation is impossible for it to happen, at least not in the next 20 years for us to see this happen. Do you understand? So it means that those who created this coin are playing a trick on the mind of the investors who don't know about crypto economics. And why is a coin so cheap? It is so cheap because there are about 1 quadrillion shares or 1 quadrillion units of these coins. And remember, anybody can create a coin. Anybody. In fact, to learn how to create a coin, it won't take you more than 1 hour to learn it. You don't need to be a developer to learn how to create a coin. You just need to be willing to spend some money on what you call gas fees. So based on the idea behind crypto economics, you don't go for a coin because the unit value of that coin is cheap. No, because the possibility that this coin, okay, let's go back to the home page. Now, okay, Ethereum is at 251 billion. Now, the possibility that that safe moon will move from 2 billion to, let's say, 1 trillion is smaller than the possibility that this one will do ×3 and will do ×4 and move to 1 trillion market cap. This one has a better chance of doing that, and it's a much more recognized coin that has valid use cases. Do you understand? So it won't make any economic sense to just go and buy that safe moon that I'm using as an example just because the price is cheap. That something is cheap does not mean it's valuable. So that is a whole essence of looking at crypto economics, is to tell you that something is cheap does not mean that it has value. Do you understand? It's better to buy one thing that has a lot of quality, than to buy many things that has less quality. You understand? The focus is on quality products and not quantity. So in crypto, you have to follow what is called value-based investment. Value, 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 value. The key word is value, meaning you look at things that have value instead of things that have quantity. Things that have quantity. Things that have quantity. So sometimes it's even wiser to buy a coin like Bitcoin that is as expensive as $34,000 to buy a coin that is so cheap and is less than $1. Yes, I know some people will tell you that, oh, this coin, there was a time Bitcoin was less than $1. Now it's at $34,000. Now go and buy this one that is at $1. One day it too will grow to $34,000. Not true. The possibility of that happening is very slim. You have a 98% chance that that will not happen. So you might end up losing money thinking that way. So in crypto economics, you are looking at the design of the token, what the token is designed to do. Do you understand? You are looking at the value proposition, what the token is promising to do in the market. So you're focusing on that instead of focusing on the unit price. You're focusing on who the people behind it are, the project they've worked on before, and what they are promising to do. So that is it about token economics. Now, I'm going to give you a quick assignment. So the quick assignment is to look at the top 20 coins, sorry, the top 10 coins, the top 10 coins here, top 20 rather, and select any three. Then when you select any three, calculate the market cap as at the time you are doing it based on the circulating supply multiplied by the current price. So when you do that, you get the market cap. So I want to see the market cap So when you do that, you rank them in terms of value. So you review the top 20 and only give me 3. So let's see how that plays out. So let's end the class on crypto economics and token economics here.